Life is a battlefield, but philosophy is your weapon. There once was a great warrior. One day he stood before an enormous cave filled with overwhelming darkness. All around him were the tools and weapons of his trade, but they weren't enough for this fight. What he needed was something more, something to pierce the suffocating darkness. And then he saw it, a single spear, glowing faintly at the end of the cave. As he walked towards it, the spear grew brighter and brighter until he could make out the engravings on its shaft. This was no ordinary weapon. It was called philosophy, and in his hands it blazed with the power to conquer any obstacle. With every step, the warrior faced new challenges: doubt, grief, failure, and justice. But with each blow from his spear, he vanquished his enemies and moved one step closer to understanding himself and his place in the universe. He learned that life isn't always fair, that sometimes the most important battles are fought within, and that even in the darkest moments, there's always a reason to keep going. Are you ready to hear the story of the warrior and how philosophy helped him face life's hardest battles? Then let us begin our journey through the ages to see how the greatest minds have wrestled with these same challenges and emerged stronger because of it. First, we meet Epictetus, a former slave turned philosopher who taught the art of resilience. He tells the warrior, focus on what you can control: your thoughts, your perceptions, and actions. The things that are not up to you, like the darkness before him, should be endured calmly. Don't let the darkness consume you. As Epictetus says, it is not things that upset us, but our judgment about those things. He continues his journey, embracing the present moment and realizing that true freedom comes from accepting what we cannot change. As the warrior moves forward, he encounters Nietzsche, a philosopher who challenged conventional thinking and celebrated life in all its forms. Nietzsche speaks to the warrior about amore fati, a love of fate, a way of embracing life's challenges, and finding meaning in them, no matter how difficult they may seem. The warrior learns to find joy in the struggle and to appreciate the strength and wisdom he gains from facing his fears head-on. With Nietzsche's words echoing in his ears, the warrior faces his doubts and conquers them. It is not our heaviest burdens that break us, but the way we choose to carry them. The warrior's journey takes him to Simone, a philosopher whose work focused on the nature of suffering and its transformative power. She teaches the warrior that while suffering can be purifying and enlightening, it is also necessary to detach from the unnecessary things that weigh us down. By shedding the weight of his attachments, the warrior becomes lighter and more flexible, able to move through the darkness with grace and ease. Weil guides him to see that true understanding can only be gained by experiencing life's challenges firsthand. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, then appears before the warrior, offering his wisdom on overcoming obstacles and finding meaning in adversity. Marcus Aurelius teaches the warrior that the obstacle is the path, that every challenge presents an opportunity for growth and self-discovery. The warrior realizes that the darkness he's facing is not something to be feared, but a doorway to greater understanding and inner strength. He embraces the present moment and focuses on doing his best with whatever he has, knowing that this too shall pass. Finally, the warrior meets Jean-Paul Sartre, a philosopher known for his existentialist views and emphasis on personal responsibility. Sartre teaches the warrior that even when the world seems absurd and meaningless, we have the freedom to choose who we become. In the face of adversity, the warrior learns to define his own purpose and values and to act according to them, no matter what the outcome may be. With this newfound clarity, the warrior confronts his fears and doubts and emerges victorious. He had conquered the darkness with the light of knowledge and understanding. He returned to the battlefield with a newfound sense of purpose, ready to face any challenge that came his way. Do you see now how philosophy helps us in our hardest battles? Even though it doesn't take away the pain, it gives it meaning. Like, comment, and share if philosophy has helped you through something hard. Until next time, remember, you are the warrior, and the world needs your light.